Hey guys, Aunt Care B here. Um, so I've been gone just for a little bit. Um, so but I have my reasons though, right? So for one, life happens, and on Christmas Eve, basically, um, I nearly lost my own. And I'm gonna get into that in a second, but um I was gonna make a video. I planned to make a video before um Christmas time. So the plan was to just make a video on Christmas Eve, right? Um but things did not go as planned. Um because of an incident that happened to me on when I was coming home from work. So those of you that live in in my area, or like just in California and stuff, um, it was raining. Like it was raining very, very bad. Like it was pouring. I haven't seen rain like that in a long time. So I remember I was going to work that morning, um, early in the morning. Like it was still dark. Um, and like it was just super slippy and slimy. Like my car would, the what is it, like the slippery lights or whatever would constantly come on, and I could feel my car like kind of shaky, kind of like it's like kind of, so I had both hands on the, because I normally drive with one hand, but it was, so I just had both hands on the wheel and stuff. So um I made it to work safe, yeah. um of course I'll make it to work safe, but um on my way back, um that's like that's basically when all the bull crap starts to happen. So it's still raining, and my mistake was I was driving in the I was driving to the far left um of the freeway, like closer to the wall, and um I didn't realize, cuz I'm still pretty new, I would say. Like I've been driving like probably a little over a year now, but um so I didn't realize that when it rains like that, or just when it rains in general, like it tends to get more flooded closer to the wall, like closer to the right or the left side of the freeway. And it's like I picked up on that last second before things um took a left turn. So I'm nearly home at this point. Like I'm nearly about to get off the freeway. Um, so I'm just driving in that lane, and mind you, I'm being very cautious. I'm making sure I'm not going that fast. I'm only going the speed limiter a little slower, right? Um, so as I'm as I'm driving, and I start to notice that there's not a lot of people close to me, or not even in front of me. The freeway starts to just clear up, and everybody's kind of behind me, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. But and it's weird. It's actually super weird, because it felt like I was the only one on the freeway for a second. but but then like something, it's like something told me to like deep down, I felt like I shouldn't be in this lane. And like the moment like that started to click, my car just suddenly loses control. My freaking wheel turns hard to the right, and I'm like, oh crap. And I'm like trying to, you know, regain control, like grabbing the wheel and like trying to turn it back instead of like just swerving across the entire freeway. So I turn the wheel back to the left, or like just trying to stabilize it, and it makes my whole car turn from a hard left, from a hard right to then a hard left. So then I slam. So then I go back to the left and slam super hard into the wall. And um, luckily I did not, like, instinctively I didn't um try and brake or press the brake or anything. I just let go of everything and just was focusing on the wheel, basically just trying to regain control, because I already knew, like, I already had some knowledge on, like, oh, if some stuff like that happens, never try and brake because that'll just make things worse. And shoot, if I did try and brake, it could have been much worse, and I could have possibly lost my life, because the other people were still behind me. They, like, it could have led to somebody else possibly crashing into me if I was like mid spin or something like that. But I was able. So after I slammed the wall, or yeah, slammed into the wall, hit the wall, I was able to recover and regain control of my car, and I continued to drive until I got closer to the end of the freeway, to where I had room to pull over, and I just pulled over. And I'm not gonna lie, I know a lot of people probably would be like super scared in that moment, but for me, I don't really think I was scared. Like, I didn't feel scared, like, especially in the moment. If anything, I was mad, like, in the moment, like, when, like, the second it happened, I was like, what the freak is going on? Like, I was just, I wasn't even thinking about the possible catastrophic outcome. um I was just focused on just mad at the fact that my car is doing this. Like, it's kind of like, oh, why not today, why are we doing this? This is not the time, like, shit like that. But like, as I was sitting there just contemplating, this was before I called anyone. Like, I was just sitting there contemplating, and I was just like, maybe, or not even maybe, not maybe, because I know that wasn't just luck that I had, but that was literally God protecting me, because I started to put two and two together, because I'm like, wait, firstly, nobody around me. If, like, it's literally like the freeway, the whole thing's open now. Like, it just starts to open up, um, and everybody's just like kind of a distance behind me, and that happens. So it's like he knew basically like that was gonna happen, but and that was also a lesson for me to learn not to, when it's raining in general, like, just to stay away from, to stay away from that side of the freeway and stuff. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, on my way to work, I was on that side, but it didn't happen. So probably like God was like, oh well, if you didn't, you could have lost control on your way to work, but you still choose to drive closer to that side, um, after after I already warned you, like he's basically sending me these warnings and stuff, but now it's like, okay, now I have to basically show you what could happen if you keep ignoring my warnings and um just keep doing, like, just keep driving on that side. And that was, so he had to do it, like he had to teach me that lesson and stuff. And like I just started to realize all that. I'm like, yeah. And I wasn't even mad like after the fact. I was only mad in the moment. After it had happened, I was like, just like, damn. Like I couldn't, and I chose not to be mad because I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna let this ruin the rest of my day and stuff. Um, and luckily my car wasn't, because I thought it was way worse than it actually was. Cause how hard my car slammed into that wall, I felt like the damage would be catastrophic or something. Like if I got out the car, like I was scared to take a look at the damage because like I didn't want to open my door and get out and look, cause I was dreading the aftermath. Um, but when I actually finally did get out and look, it wasn't as bad as I actually thought. Cause I thought the whole car was gonna be like on the driver's side because that's where I slammed into the wall. Um, I thought it was gonna be way like the whole car is gonna be like dented, um, like more like the whole shit just dented, um, and like more crumbled on that side. But it wasn't even that. It was just some scrapes. Not even across the entire side of the car, just on like the front fender and then the back, like the rear, and a little bit on the door, on the back door, like a tiny bit on the back door. Um and the front fender being a little bent, and then my rims being scraped a little, like, as well. Um and then but since I hit that wall so hard, I hit it so hard, it was still hard enough. It literally knocked my wheel out of alignment. So I had to drive the car. I had to hold my wheel like this just to keep the car going straight. And then my freaking muffler, it knocked my muffler out of place. So now my muffler was dragging on the floor. So, um, so I remember I called my mom, told her what happened, and she actually, she actually got someone to tow it. Like she came down, um, and then my uncle found out as well, and he came over. Like they was both there, and they was like helping me out. Like they had to literally escort me um, off the freeway because where I was at, since I was still on the far left, like close to the end of the freeway and stuff. Um, but just pulled over. But people, like, dude, people were still just speeding by in this type of rain, and they're still just speeding by. So like, our lives were literally in danger. So it was no way they would get the car. Like, they would be able to tow my car with people on the freeway like that, would in that part of the freeway, and people just speeding like that. So they had to literally like create like a little makeshift, like a little bit of a roadblock, just so I can get all the way over to the right and um, get in that gas station. That's like right at the end of the freeway. Um, so So luckily it went smoothly. I was able to get over there, and then we got the car towed, and yeah, it's like, um, and the guy was nice too that towed my car. Like, it was nice, but um, yeah, like actually today, because that was on Christmas Eve, so that was Thursday. So today, actually, my dad knows a mechanic and stuff. So like he got the mechanic to take a look at my car, and like he's basically gonna fix it up tomorrow, actually. So if I decide to, if I'll let you guys know basically like how that goes. Basically, he's just his main goal right now is just to make my car drivable again, so I can still go to work and all that. Um, but to get my muffler fixed, we're gonna have to take that to the shop. So yeah, I'm a little scared about how much that might cost, because I already knew. I was trying not to think about the money and stuff. Like the moment I crashed, actually, and I realized, oh shit, like um this might cost a whole lot of money that I don't have. Um, but I chose not to think about that, and chose to not be mad, and chose to just get on with the rest of my day and actually enjoy my day, which I actually kind of did. Um, wasn't bad, but um, but yeah. Um, so this was just to let you guys know what's been going on, because stuff like this happens. I know I was kind of laughing and stuff, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta laugh, dude. Like, even like in moments like this, shit happens. Like, as long the best thing, or the what is it? The good thing is I am still here and able to create content and all that, and just be myself, basically. I'm still working towards that. I'm still um, working on, getting more comfortable in front of the camera and shit. But yeah, I, so the video that I did want to talk about, or that I wanted to make on Christmas Eve, that was gonna be just talking about Christmas and all that stuff. So I'm actually not gonna do that in this video, but in the next video that I make, maybe tomorrow. I might upload it tomorrow. We'll see. Um, but yeah. Um, I don't really know what else to say, but I hope you guys are having a good night or day wherever you guys are. Um, and I will see you guys in the next one. Um, bye, guys.